Okay, wow. Nuncio, do not return, sender. Truth in dreams. Ooh. Beneath the cavern that holds the Unterzee, it is prowled by dreams. There's a story that it was once the skull of a dead god. Perhaps that would explain it. Listen to your dreams. What will you learn? Sleep deeply. Dose yourself a black spore and you're less likely to dream. A dream of spires. Mirror-faceted pillars rise around you like trees in a forest. More so because each glows with a shifting green light. The Z laps at the base of the pillars. A voice from above cries out in 7 languages, and you understand each one. Once was this the face of a ram. It will be taken from us. We gained a memory of distant shores, and we gained 1 terror, and we are now at 61 terror, which makes us fearful. Right, and we have arrived at Nuncio. Taciturn functionaries walk the docks in the uniforms of postmen. An enormous crowned statue casts a chilling shadow. The shadows gleam with rats' eyes. Their ceaseless chittering rolls like the tide. Go to the Postman Tavern. The Inky Blotter, it's called. The sign doesn't look like much. Explore along the beach. There's a long stretch of shale, dotted with wash-up kegs and barrels and smaller flotsam. A semblable port. You may not be very familiar with the locals yet, but you can provide a preliminary overview. Sure. Surface details. There's the statue in the middle of the island. That's hard to miss. There's the way everyone wears a uniform and the way they call each other by their ranks in the postal service. There's the way the port authorities refer to regulations. There's the jargon, the curious habit of referring to any used up thing as cancelled, as though the whole world were made of stamps. You write about vestigial bureaucracy and about trappings of order retained far from home. Tavern. Warmer inside it looks. Faces turn your direction, but no one seems surprised to have a new arrival on the island. Lit by 2 roaring fires, one at either end of the room. The bartender is in postman's uniform, like almost all of the patrons. A noseless postal inspector, called Blunt Thomas, delivers the drinks, clears tables, stacks the firewood. Listen in on postal tall tales. Fishermen brag about fish that got away. Postmen brag about hard deliveries. Ask why the local currency consists of rats. 2 strings of rats for a pint of ale, 3 strings for wine, and 5 for the tolerable brandy under the bar. And ask about the big statue. Yep, the monumental postman. Oh, that! It's all of us, isn't it? Sort of the spirit of the island. Most of them don't seem troubled for more than an explanation than that. Though the hairless postwoman tells you it didn't always look like a fallen London postman at all. That it used to have a different face and a more old-fashioned outfit. Listen in on postal tall tales. Amazing what you get for a penny stamp. Delicate bottles lowered down chimneys on a rope. Do not fold under any circumstance letters curled through a narrow slot. Rattling, groaning crates brought back to the same address every day for 22 days running. The windows they pried open, the servants they bribed, and the delivery surcharges they paid out of their own salaries just to get rid of 1 more packet. It is hard to tell which they hate more, the senders of mail or the recipients. Stands to reason, if the message was a welcome one, they'd tell the other fellow in person, reflects the hairless postwoman. Scarcity is not an issue. The hairless postwoman at the end of the bar smiles mirthlessly, or maybe it's just the lack of eyebrows that does it. Long enough, carrying the things around, you get into the habit, she says. Then she tells you that if you stay out late enough, you'll see some of the postmen making a procession up to the center of the island, stringing up rats around a statue of like Yuletide decorations in prayer to an ancient deity of this place. From the coffin and choking elsewhere in the pub, you guess that this is a story they often tell to newcomers. So are all the lights rats? And why is the hairless postwoman hairless? Faux pas. No, she says. Curt, not pleased you asked. Still had eyebrows when I came to Nuncio. The postwoman at the next bench diverts you. Speaks in a low voice. Lots of people find habits when they can't deliver the post anymore. This one has a plucking habit. Best learn not to notice. You glance up. The hairless postwoman is still glaring at you. How do they all occupy themselves in the day? Dead letter office. Big building, center of town. Hard to miss. You can work there too if you want. It's not clear whether this is a generous offer or a threat. Current your Nuncio worker in Dead Letters qualities now 1, invited to serve. So, showing work in the post. Explore along the beach. Let's do that first. Shifty going. The rocks slip and slither underfoot, but you keep your balance. Nuncio Beach. Every lap of the wave drags up some new letter or parcel. The face of the water is dotted with them, as far as you can see in this blackness, carried by a powerful current. Collect material for the dead letter office. Argue with the man holding a broom. He is determined. He keeps shoving letters into the sea. The sea keeps shoving them back. A system. Rescue a dripping parcel. And back to the docks. Let's rescue a dripping parcel. The dripping is probably seawater, probably. Shiny, drowning pearls, dozens of them, and an explanation of how they were harvested that turns the hair. The divers lost among the deep coral, the beast that had to be fought off during harvesting, the growing terror aboard ship. All that has been done, was done, according to your lordship's will, concludes the letter writer. In anger, in pride, in unquestioning submission? Impossible to say. We got more terror. Damn it. We got 20 times drowning pearl, and what is a drowning pearl? Still chilly from the fingers of drownies. Well, yay. Was it reported? And we gain a fragment 10. We can assist the man holding the broom. Yes, we lost 5 terror. Surprisingly soothing. In the long term, what you are doing won't make the slightest bit of difference. Every sodden bit of paper you fling out to sea will come back in a few hours. But for now you manage to clear a little patch of shore and a few feet on each side. The stones are bare, as they should be. Your companion turns his head towards the sound of your work and gives you a little nod. We made more friends. Collect material. Will of its own. You make your way along the shore with a big sack. Many of the envelopes are too damp to read, their addresses permanently lost. But a surprising number are still legible. There are also parcels. Here and there is a crate, and a message in a wine bottle, a sealed cask that has popped up out of a shipwreck. Your sack ought to get heavy with all these contents, but it pulls upwards and away, straining inland toward the dead little office like an unmanageable dog. We have one dead post, and we have familiar with the pool. Alright, let's try a shift. Extensive tour. Blonde Thomas takes you around the office, a small collection room where those retrieving letters may state their business. A much larger set of back offices, where newly arrived letters and parcels are collected and sorted. A dank and briny smell that never goes away, presumably because so many of the parcels spent time in the water before they arrived here. In the back room is a machine manned, ratted, by a postal rat, a Rattus Faber in a pinstriped hat. It shovels sludge-damp letters into the machine's hopper, and they come out dried, cleaned, pressed, and sorted into slots by size and quality of paper. Alright, converse with the postal rat. On the islanders. Do you like having sticky hands? Asked the postal rat. Most people, they have sticky hands, they can't wait to clean them, yes? For a postman, an undeliverable parcel is sticky hands. Bothers you till it's fixed. The longer you serve in the post office, the worse it feels. Delivering a letter correctly is good. So not delivering it is bad. The unclean feeling gets too strong and they come here. You've gained cultivating friendships with postmen, level 5. And we can finally deliver our letters. 52 categories. After prolonged whirring, the machine begins to distribute. 7 invitations, etched in gilt, into the correspondence of the aristocracy slot. 2 oversized parcels. Wow, I'm so bad today with reading all of this. Probably containing books into the books tray. 1 stem bronze tablet that drops with a clang into a bin marked First City. The postal rat watches all this with an air of satisfaction. We're now an experienced shift worker, apparently. That was quick. Sure. No trouble at all. He's surprised by the request. Most postmen don't like it down there. No one ever asked for a key to the basement, but he'll cut you a new one. Just be careful in there and come out if you start to feel wrong. Goodie. Open the back rooms. The key is warm in your pocket. Deep and deeper. You had expected a few shelves of supplies? More files of letters? A few years older? No, it is a pit. So deep that lantern light does not show the bottom. A spiral walkway descends along its wall, and that spiral opens wider as it goes, as if you were looking through the narrow end of a very large shell. Lining this wall are shelves and nooks unevenly sized. Some are a few inches square and contain single scrolls of papyrus. Others support crates bigger than coffins. They are made of a woody fungus, grown to meet requirements. There are no marks of carpentry or any of the postal rat's handiwork. 3 turns down the spiral and you feel you can't breathe. Time to leave. You can come back later. Maybe. We gained the 5 terror we lost. And we are now an explorer of the lower basements. And we're a basement custodian. Tell the postal rat about your basement findings. Troubled but not surprised. They say that's been there since before we came. Before there were Londoners in the need. Before there was a dead letter office, there was someone else, and they built the last layer on top of what was there before, and so on. When you press him a little further, he says, I've been down there. Didn't like it much, but I wanted to test my machine. Thought if it could handle some of the very old dead letters, that would be a good sign, you know. Evidence the machine was in working order, good strong sorting categories, and so forth. He pauses. There's letters down there that set your hair on fire if you so much as look at them. See the bald patch on my left leg? That wasn't a machine accident, oh no. That cinched right off as soon as I put my nose into one of them letters. We got a tale of terror, we have an extraordinary implication, we have a familiar with the flaming letters, and we gained a cultivating friendship with Postman, trusted in Nuncio. So, doing very great. But yeah, we're quite done here. And you can buy some more fuel, I think. Yeah. There. McMaster's Haven. I think we got kind of lost. I mean, we're here. I'm not entirely sure, actually. Again. Alright, my guess is going to be that we need to move further down south. So let's try. I have no intention of fighting you. Hey, Khan's glory. With a couple of seahorses. We've entered a fog. Hey Rat, can't you You're absolutely worthless to me. I mean, there's a chance you repair the ship, but you don't actually repair the ship. Okay, we've got a port here. Aerisnoir. Corsairs Forest West. Step carefully. Aerisnoir. The morn is a stalagmite fast as a crag, and its foot has no safe harbors. The Corsair Citadel nestles halfway up. An intricate system of winches takes a strain, and your ship rises slowly from the sea. Her hull creaks in protest. Grizzled sailors groan and cling to stanchions. Higher, higher. Now the Unterzee shimmers like glass below. Children, clambering in crevices, cheer and wave alarmingly. The winch motor slows, and you hang in a cradle next to a red-boat pirate cutter. Explore the morn. There is a surprising quantity of actual landscape on the morn. It's vertical, admittedly, but once you find beast paths and urging roads, you can traverse it as you put the rocky moor, with an additional throatful of lurching terror. A glittering eye. You turn and there's a long, lank brown man on your shoulder. Listen, he says, I have a story for you. Something about the greybeard compels your attention. Leave, don't look back. If once he catches your eye, you'll be lost. Oops. Historia has a wedding full of murders, and leafless forest, and a vast serpent which eats souls. The tale winds on and on, like the serpent, until you are lost in the dizzy gulls of its sinister ships and its glamorous corpses. You nod awake. He's gone, but not, it seems, before searching your pockets for a small change. Alright. Overhear rumors of a pirate poet. Landlubbers fear pirates. Pirates fear the poet. Lies, nonsense, glimmers. Some say she's a clayman who freed herself with the power of verse. Possibly. Others insist she's the personal muse of the king with the 100 hearts. Unlikely. One claims she sails on a living ship made of the still screaming skulls of her victims. More sober voices mutter that no, it's just an Alsace-class vessel. Whatever the truth, a few have fought her and survived to tell the tale. Only the bravest of captains risk the lonely parts of the sea where her flag is set to fly. Morality sent you? Price gone up. It's not savory. You pay the difference, won't you? Oh. Oh, we can actually do this. Yeah, sure. You're a generous soul. You'll have your reward the other side of the river one day, and here's a little reward for now. Good sailings to you. Okay. Right. So we are now in Aerisnoir, the Corsair's forest, and I believe that it's a good moment to continue next time, actually, since, well, I'm not really having a good time concentrating on the game right now, and that would be an awful waste. So let's do this again, the other part. And meaning we will, oh, we found Ken's glory, so we just need to be a little bit down here for Ken's heart to collect our crate of souls, and we can return it to the Woolstack docks and deliver the porta ports we've gathered, and so on and so on. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you again next time. Hope you had fun viewing this video, despite the little bit of the difficult vocalizations of the story that this game is very heavy in. Captain Bleak is still alive, although very, very troubled, apparently. So hopefully we can restore that later. And yeah, let's find out next time. So thank you for watching, and hope to see you then. Same next week, Tuesday, same time. That is 9 PM in the evening for GTST +1. So if you live on the other side of the ocean, America, just have to, I don't know, that's about 6-8 hours time difference. And of course, if you live in Europe, it's a little less. So, hope to see you next time. Bye bye.